Alright, hello and welcome to my Hydrazine production line video. I'm going to show you and walk you through what I do to pump out large quantities of hydrazine. This is related to my video on the explosives guide I just made. That's going to be linked in the description below, as well as a clip of me blowing up my base and finding out that hydrogen is just as effective. So I no longer need this, but this is still handy to produce large quantities of scrap. So I combine all of the knowledge of everything that I learned into this production line. So you got transferring soil, converting soil into scrap. We got the auto unloading the trade platforms. And then pretty much a lot of things here and there that I learned along the way. I make guide videos on most of these steps. I'm going to link those in the description below as well if you're interested. Anyways, let's begin. Just make sure to have your printing table filled with glass and ceramic and a set of wind turbines ready to go. This is essential to saving time. Anyways, here we go. I have these set up for 2 clay and then 3 quartz, and we're going to be pumping out medium wind turbines for scrap. I did the math, and this is the slowest method unless you do this step here to prime it. You're basically creating like a pipeline for your production line, and this will make it the fastest method and most efficient one. So here we go. It's just a bunch of waiting. We'll just let it run for a little bit, just so everyone has an idea of how it works. Alright. The only tedious step here is you need to take the canisters off and put them back on the cylinder, otherwise it will get messy. And also make sure you have your centrifuge going before you start refining. This is mostly for the quartz because there's only 4 pumped out from the canisters of soil, and you don't want to risk it finishing smelting before the centrifuge is done, which means you're going to have to reload it. Just a small inconvenient step. But yeah, I've grown to really like this method. It's served me very well. As you can see from my base, all of these materials, obviously other than the gas, I pretty much acquired from farming soil and then turning it into scrap. Okay. So basically, I would have to run this about 4 times because it's optimized for medium storage trays. And, oh, this is weird. Okay. It's a weird bug where the centrifuge looks like it's empty and it won't take in new canisters, but it's not empty. I don't know why that happens. Let's let it go. But yeah, medium storage tray holds 8 canisters of soil, and it takes 2 to fill up a centrifuge, so it's gonna do this about 4 times. And you could ignore the canister step, but you're gonna have to move it anyways when you're done. So might as well do it now. Don't waste that much time. Okay. Oh, this one wasn't going. Whoops. I am getting old. Also, this finished before, yeah, alright. I'm losing my touch here. It's okay. Let's see, I believe that is done, but I'll give it another go just... so why not? So here's the annoying part, it's grabbing the canisters when it's like in a weird location. Yeah, I did one extra cycle than I needed to, but that's fine. I just keep it for the next time I do it. Okay, this still didn't go. Whatever, it's okay. It's just to simulate how it runs. Alright, while that's finishing, what I do next is unpack the wind turbines and shred all of them. Now, if you don't mess up, you should be able to shred all of these and then print the complete set of wind turbines before the ceramic finishes smelting. And if you do this, your average time to scrap is about a minute, which is faster than medium storage units, which are, it's an incredibly fast production line. So it beats that and it's more efficient. It's roughly 1 scrap per turbine and 1.2 scrap per canister of dirt, whereas you know you get 0.5 scrap per storage tray and only 1 scrap per canister of dirt. Okay, start shredding. You could add a couple more shredders for this to be feasible. You do get a little bottlenecked in time because you finish loading up the shredders and there's a bit of a lull time for the first one to get done right here. So to decrease that bottleneck in time, just add more shredders. I didn't want to because I'm lazy, so we're just gonna use it as is. Also, I don't want to do all this work micromanaging everything without any room for error. You know, as long as it works decently well, I'm okay with it. Just being a little sloppier than I normally am. I'm just doing a close approximation of what I do. To be honest, it's pretty stressful running this thing without trying to make any mistakes. So you optimize for speed and material efficiency. It's just a lot of work. Sometimes you want to relax and have fun. Although I doubt this is gonna be fun for most people. This is pretty fun for me, so. Not the actual shredding, the figuring out the production line kind of stuff. This is what I did for No Man's Sky. The Beyond update is coming out when this video is gonna be released. I'm super hyped for that. Simply because it has more production line stuff that I'm looking forward to. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's see how the ceramic is. Yep, I made some mistakes, so I'm gonna finish printing after it's done. That's okay. Here we go. This is my favorite printing method. I was pretty proud because I believe I figured this out on myself. Now there are other people who do this. And I was like, heck yeah. Max efficiency. The strange thing though is that some stack up to 4 wind turbines, whereas other printers will stack up to 5, and I never understood why. Could be that the ground isn't perfectly level. If you're really fast, you could probably do 10 or 11 printers. Yeah. It'll probably kill your wrist though. So I was experimenting with this because this is perfect for medium storage trays. Because you'll run out of space like that because it's stacked too high, and after a certain point you can't stack anymore. So I experimented, and the best way was to print upside down. So if you have the table upside down, there'll be no limit because it'll just fall to the ground and that's it. The problem though, the problem is running into is that the angle makes it kind of weird for you to hit all the printers at the same time, so you go super slow. That was kind of an interesting side note. Okay, there we have it. Now what you do is you get this ready for the next time you run through, which is you just simply spread these out as best as you can. Again, if I'm going full on efficiency, I should have this finished before the last piece of ceramic is done in the furnace. I've been a little sloppy today. Okay. And you just spread these out. Doesn't matter if it blocks the printers because you'll be shredding these before you print. Okay. And then simply just move these over. Oop. That did not mean to go there. Alright. Now that's ready for next time. Again, I adore this game because it made it super convenient and lets you swap storage units. And I feel like the game design is being slightly diluted with the recent updates because the medium storage silos, A and Bs, don't really function as well as these guys, simply because they don't count as an output. So I feel like the design isn't as smooth or cohesive as the earlier parts of the game. Only a minor gripe here. Ooh, there we go. I believe there was some ceramic that I missed somewhere. That's weird. I'm missing like 3 pieces. Okay. No, 4 pieces. Alright, it's just a tray. Okay. The longest part of running this is ironically getting the soil. And it's not enjoyable. Okay, I think this is pretty much set unless there's a canister hiding here. Yep. I figured. Which means there should be a piece of ceramic somewhere. Okay, the ratios are screwed up. I'm gonna have to reset this production line later. Where did that ceramic go? Okay, now it's been set. It's ready to run. And then here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the auto unload trick for the trade platforms, and basically you just send it up half filled, and it will auto unload as it goes up. The finished components will just drop into the nearest storage unit. If there's no storage unit, it'll just drop to the ground. I'm gonna set these for ammonium because we're making hydrazine. And basically for this, you want your backpack to be completely empty because you need a lot of scrap, so I empty everything here. I purposely try to design this layout so I have easy access to scrap everywhere, but it's kinda impossible, so... Oh. Again, you just only want to half fill it. Oh. This is why I don't like the cylinders. I gotta be careful because I might shred it. Also, it doesn't, the cursor selection tool is kind of wonky. Doesn't work as well as it used to. Alright, basically you want to fill the outer edges because it's gonna drop and then you're gonna fill the empty slots with scrap. I'm gonna send these up now. And then while that's going up, it does take a while. You just your scrap. Now normally you rotate it this way, but it does make it harder to scrap things in it. which is why I have it oriented a different way. Alright. So there is a slight bottleneck in time here, as you can see. Normally I would have doubled the amount of trade platforms, but I don't want to interact with that many. So I'm leaving it as is, but you can obviously speed this up by making more, and I don't want to. There we go, and then simply all you do is you just fill these up and then send it back up, and it will auto unload the ammonium onto storage, and this is incredibly handy. And then also I'm simply clicking on the hologram of the scrap, and it is just auto-loading it for me. So this is another handy trick you can do. You don't have to drag the scrap off of your backpack. Oh, I'm out of scrap. So this one, the positioning isn't ideal, but what can you do? It's kind of hard to get the perfect layout. Okay, I'm just gonna do a couple platforms because I want to save the scrap. I'm gonna need to build about 15 RTGs to power my condensers because I need to have 12 more. I did the math, and roughly I need about 3 hours worth of harvesting with 24 condensers to get enough hydrogen to blow up the surface in one go. Anyways, as you can see, this fills up pretty quickly, and then you just simply swap the canisters here. Oh, there we go. And then, oh, this is not set up for Hydrazine. Yeah, I was making RTGs. I should go this way, it's faster. Another thing, you can access items and your backpack while interacting with these modules. Again, I think the design is brilliant. And that makes it go pretty quickly if you're using one chem lab. Okay. As you can see, this is going fairly fast. I would have normally all 3 silos, or all 2 silos, filled with ammonium. This would be a silo of ammonium as well if I was starting fresh. It's weird. Can't seem to make hydrazine anymore. Why is that? Oh, out of ammonium. Alright. Alright, there you have it. If you follow these steps, this production line, you get a pretty massive amount of hydrazine in a relatively short amount of time. But nothing beats using hydrogen. It's so much more easier, other than the initial setup. Normally I would have set this up on DeSolo, it would be easier, but DeSolo has no atmosphere, so I can't get hydrazine on there. I mean, any gas on DeSolo. So I'm using this. I need to double this and yank out the hydrogen as it's coming out at the 5th full. And they'll still take me about 3 hours to get 1,000 silos, medium silos full of hydrogen. Alright, anyways, that was my brief run through of my production line. I hope this helps someone. If you have any questions or need help on anything, please let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to respond. I really believe in this method. It seems like a lot of work, but it beats looking for resources and hauling it back. You just need to get dirt. Alright, hope that helps and see you next time.